You guys can do better than that. That's Joe Simmons. Come on. You know what? Here. You guys can hear a whole lot better if you shut the fuck up. I'm not talking to you, sir, anymore. Sir? You look, I got people bitching in the back because there's people in the front that are talking, so shut up. We got jokes to tell. My ex-wife called me. She goes, Damian, you know, you've always been an A-type personality. I said, is that why for 5 years you called me an asshole? So I told her, I'm like, you know, you're a B-type personality. I'm never going to finish that joke. Those of you who are thinking comics, or, you know, think that joke. Oh, look at that. I get the crowd come down. Good. That means that joke sucked. Here, I got a little advice to you. By a show of hands, how many people with children? Show of hands, come on. How many people with kids? Don't lie to your children. Why? There's more to this joke, okay? I appreciate the audience participation, blonde lady, but don't lie to your kids. Anyone ever have someone walk in on you having sex? Did your kid ever do it?
That's a dumb question.
Okay, well, my kid did.
My kid did. I want someone.
It was awesome. I was in my
Well, sir, I'm going to tell you my story. And this is how it works. You know, I'm the MC of the show. You're supposed to listen to me, and I'm going to give you instruction, and you laugh when I tell you to laugh, but this is a true frickin' story, dude. My daughter walks in. Me and my wife are in the throes of passion. We look like two pigs covered in motor oil, sweating, humping, going down on each other, right? My daughter walks in. She goes, Dad, what are you guys doing? This is where the lie comes in. I said, me and your mom are practicing for the UFC. I got her in a Brazilian face lock. Hold on, wait for it. There's more to this joke. Do not lie to your kids. Don't lie to your kids, because if you lie to your kids, something else is going to happen. 2 weeks later, I open up my daughter's bedroom, and there's the neighborhood boy. He's naked, covered in motor oil, and my daughter's got his dick in her hand. I'm like, what in the hell are you guys doing? Shit, we're practicing for the UFC. Wait for it. Wait for it. There's more. You ever walk in on your grandparents having sex? My grandparents are 85 years old, and I know that they get down. I'm not talking about what you're thinking. I'm talking it's ruthless. There's two places that I know, if I'm really drunk, I know which two houses I can go to. One, my mom's. Two, my grandparents. My problem is that sometimes my mom locks me out if I'm that drunk. Grandparents, nope. No, grandparents don't lock you out. The door's wide open. So I open up the door to Grandma and Grandpa's house, and I'm just looking for the bathroom. But I'm wasted. So I open up a door, I'm about ready to piss, and there are my grandparents having sex. Table number 2. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, here's what I saw. I walk in, there's my grandfather. He's got one tennis ball off his walker. It's attached to his junk. He's going, come on, please, come on, mount me. I'm wearing protection. My grandmother is spread eagle on the bed. She's got one tit that's already off the bed on the floor. The other one, she's got lasso style going, come on, get your ass up here and fuck me. So, I gotta have that talk. That one talk that you never want to have with your grandparents. What in the hell are you guys doing? And my grandparents look at me and they're like, we talk to the fucking grandkids. We're practicing for the UFC. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to put your hands together for our next comedian. Let's give a big round of applause for the comedians who have already been here so far. Let's do this right. It's a free event. Tip your servers, tip your bartenders. These comics came out here for you. Yeah, but we're attention whores too. So put your hands together for Brian Corian.